Good morning.
Good morning.
Whoa. Yay. Welcome back to the second day of our special 4th anniversary for the Golf Club special Page 3 World News Show. We are happy to be here. How did you sleep?
I slept very well, thank you very much.
Yeah?
I'm feeling a little bit lungy today, forgive me, but we are doing a great job, and we're really excited to be back. We have some cool interviews today. We're going to have an interview with Yulia, the organizer for the Gold Club. We have something cool with Sugang. He's going to let us know all about the cool stuff he's up to. And we have some more exciting content from the Gold Club. So we have a birthday celebration in store, and we're very excited to have you guys. So thank you for coming back, day 2 of the show. We have a special surprise for you, by the way. We'll save it.
What is it? What is it?
Let's save it. Let's save it.
I don't even know which one.
Well, we got a really we got a really good response about the auction yesterday. So we came up with a solution for it, and so we're going to tell you guys something about that in a little while. So.
Yeah, and also remember, Geshe-la is here. He's preparing the class. I bet he's doing something interesting for us. Yay! All right, so the very first thing we're gonna do is we want you to keep getting to know our Golf Club friends. You're gonna hear from them what they are doing, what's their vision, and just who they are as people as well. Wonderful, wonderful people. So let's go with them and see what they want to tell us this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Hi.
Good morning and good evening for some people. Maybe.
Yes, and welcome to the second day of our Page 3 news show, right?
Yes.
We are continuing to celebrate Gold Club anniversary, right? So, and now we want to talk a little bit about very important questions. And yesterday we were thinking with Maria, which kind of questions we want to bring up for you and discuss, and how we can be helpful to you. And we want to bring, the question which is very vital for both of us actually as well, not only for you. And it is how to survive in an era of information overload. And now, everybody feels overload with information because we are living online and we are getting information all the time. And we decided that there is 2 problems, right, Masha? First one, we don't know which kind of information is correct for us, which bring us what?
No, there's just so much. You go on internet and who I can trust. Yes. Everyone is saying, come follow me. I'll teach you how to be happy and successful. Right, well, I'm correct.
Right. Yes,
and so much information. How do you know what to do, what to choose?
Yes, and second point I want to mention that sometimes we feel that we are in the right place, we are learning the right knowledge, right? But sometimes we feel we just cannot absorb it enough.
Too much.
That it is too much. So we want to share with you our maybe tips and our to give you our advice, what we are doing, how we are surviving in this informational overload.
Yeah, we didn't prepare. We just decided actually in a car on the way to this cafe to talk about it. Yeah. So it's just open conversation, and please type in the chat your ideas.
Yes, and we will watch your comments, and we want to invite you to interact with us, and maybe some of you has a great advice for all of us. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So how do you do it?
Now I want you to start. Okay, let's discuss first point. Which information we have to choose? How to choose that this information is correct for me?
It's so difficult. Recently I was trying to find some information, or maybe even some teachings. I got interested in a topic of emotional intellect.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about
that?
Yes,
It's great.
I recently learned there is not only IQ, there is EQ, emotional intellect. And I wanted to know more about this, and I started to search in internet. And there is so much, and some information is completely contradictory. And I don't know anything about it. Like, how do I know who to trust? How do I know what is correct and what is not correct? Because so much.
Yes, especially now when we see a beautiful picture in social media and everybody speaks so, I don't know, so convincing, right? So, and we believe them sometimes, and we don't know, is it useful for me or not? And we just start to absorb it.
And really, Vika, you know, I didn't choose anything because I couldn't understand. Seriously, I spent 2 hours in internet just reading everything, different articles, reading what people are saying. And I'm like, I still cannot form my opinion what is correct and what to do about it.
Yes.
I don't know, what do you do when you need to learn something and you're trying to find an internet? Guys, what do you do? How do you know?
And actually,
what's the information?
Actually, tell us, do you like this topic? Is it important for you or not? Because yesterday we decided to bring it up, but what is your opinion about this? We are watching your comments. Type plus in the chat if it's really useful for you now. Or for example, you feel overwhelmed right now with the information, with the, yeah, you see, pluses. Thank you so much. I see a lot of pluses somebody put.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Guys, how do you know which information to trust? How do you find good information?
Yes. And we have several points how to check the information.
Yeah, what do you do, Vika? I'm really curious.
I'm checking authoritative. Is it authoritative?
How do you know
source?
if it's if you can trust them? How do you know if they're authoritative?
If it is lead you to the goal, that you want to reach, and it's based on your value. Not based, but it's support your values maybe.
Also, you have to actually check who those people are and what their values kind of in life.
Yes.
How do you do that? How do I know these people on the internet? It's so hard. Guys, how do you do that? Geshe, Michael, how to figure out who to trust on the internet?
I just don't watch the internet at all.
There's one solution.
It's one solution. Forget that. No, actually, it's a great solution. It's one of it's one of the steps that I use regularly. Actually, by the way, yes. Sometimes I'm trying to be away from the social media.
Sometimes you need to find something.
So share with us.
And more than that, I don't read news. Okay, I have to say I don't really read news. But Peter, my husband, he likes to read news, and sometimes he's telling me what's happening in the world, and I'm like, how do you know if it's true?
Yeah.
How do you know? Like, so much different information on what's going on. How do you know? And then that's what Peter is telling me. Mm-hmm. He says, look, I read, for example, a certain newspaper. They exist already for like many tens of years, and I was reading them for the last 10 years. And I know people who are working in some journalists, and they really check all information. And so far, what I was reading I was checking it was true. So I decided I can trust this specific newspaper. So now I'm trusting them because they proved to me over like last 10 years that information was correct. So I was like, wow, that's cool. Mm-hmm. So actually you need some time to check it out if you can trust people.
So you want to say that it is very important that this knowledge, information, or the author, right, the source exists for a long time, right?
You kind of need to check it out, those people. You cannot just.
So if they exist for a long time, for ages, for example, or for decades,
and you check them out before.
It's mean that they are authoritative source.
Well, if you proved for yourself that this is authoritative source for you, then you probably will trust them.
Okay, that's a good point. Do you like it? Okay, Masha, but let's go further because we don't have a lot of time. True. Imagine the situation that people are now in the right place, right? You are in a growth club, you're in the right place, right? So you're in the right place, but still you are feeling that you are getting a lot of knowledge, for example. Yes? Is it true or not? put plus sometimes, and you feel we don't want to be in a spot when you are in a mode to reject the knowledge or to reject the information. We just don't want to have it, right? So we want to share with you what we are doing, how we are surviving. When we are every day, we are getting something interesting, exciting, new, and which is support our values and which is support us on the path to our ultimate goal, right? What we are doing. Let's give the audience practical advices.
Oh my God, I don't know how to do it myself.
Okay, I can start. Okay, for me, first step, number one, for me, what I'm doing when I feel just, it's too much for me. First step, it's silence. And you know what I noticed? As more overloaded you are, the more silence you need. The more distracted mind you have, the more silence you need. So I put my silence time in my schedule.
Oh my God, that's
Yes.
a great idea. How
It's
much?
not
How long?
only tasks for my job, but I put 1 hour minimum
A day.
per day.
Great. 1 hour a day, you put in your schedule, this is my silence time. And no, you don't look into the internet?
Nothing, just throw it away.
Oh my
So
God,
just
that's
put
such
in
a
a-
great idea.
Yes, and
We are too fast.
oh.
Uh-huh.
We are getting, you know what, tips from Yeshe Michael Roach.
We are talking too
Okay.
fast. So, right now there is so many, even in the seat system, there's so many courses.
Mhm.
I personally, last month, feel overloaded.
Mhm.
I'm trying to attend all classes about this system online. There is a lot.
Mhm.
And sometimes I just feel, oh my God, it's too much. I'm constantly watching classes and I don't have time to spend some time with my family. And I'm just getting tired and overloaded.
Mhm.
And I like your idea.
Mhm.
Detox, information detox. One day, I decided 1 day a week. I decided whole day a week.
That's also
Tuesday.
good. That's
I decided Tuesday,
Mhm.
phone is off, computer is off.
Mhm.
And I go just outside to walk near the river or in a park. Now I like painting. Sometimes I go to a studio to paint,
That's great.
just something,
Yes.
and I don't look into the internet and I don't look into the phone, which is hard. I have addiction. I need to look at my phone and check the messages all the time. But really that helps me a lot to have 1 day a week detox. Don't watch anything in the internet.
Yeah,
That
that's
helps to
great.
rest.
Yes.
Then I can watch with pleasure
And to
even
get
good
new
classes.
new
Yeah,
knowledge.
good classes from Geshe Michael, and I'm happy. We need to rest.
Yes, and guys, did you notice the difference? We know about meditation, we know about the silence, we know about the circle days, right? But we are talking to put it into the schedule. It is a huge difference. We have a habit to put in a schedule our to create to-do list, infinite to-do list, but we never put there our meditation or silence time. So I hope it works for you.
And retreats. We heard yesterday about the beautiful Diamond Mountain retreat place.
Yeah, and
We need to do retreats. You know, me and Peter, once a year, we do 1 month retreat.
It's a
We
great idea.
love that. It's time when we don't use any phone, any computers. We just go, we like to go to Diamond Mountain retreat because it's beautiful, silent, and we just do our practices, meditation, yoga, and we love that. That helps a lot.
Yeah, it's a great blessing to have time for this. But some people, some family doesn't have, right? For example,
You have kids. How do you do
Yes,
that?
Some people have.
Yeah, we
kids.
don't have kids. Okay.
So therefore, I'm talking about every. My husband and I, we do circle day. My husband has Thursday, I have Wednesday.
Great.
Yes, and we change really, and it is good to go far away.
Where do you
Yes.
go?
Oh, we go to the boat.
Really?
Not everybody has a boat, but
You have a
Leave it,
boat?
leave it.
Oh
We
my
don't-
God.
no, we don't have it, but we have seats to use it as our own.
Nice. That's good seats.
Yes, okay. Let's continue because we don't have a lot of time. What else we can advise people? For example, what else I put into my schedule in order to survive in this information overload? You know what? What do you think? I put activities which brings me joy. Just to
What do you like?
to do
actually?
something which brings me joy. And for example, you painting, I think, I suppose you feel, yes, you are like,
Yeah.
I don't know, energized become, right? You
Oh
are
my
feeling
God, I love
happy.
it. Yes.
Because it helps us to develop this habit to feel joy, and then at the evening to do our coffee meditation. And so what I do, I love dancing. Daniel, I want to go to your classes.
I love it also. I cannot find to go to dancing studio, but I have to. What kind of dance do you like?
Doesn't matter, actually. Doesn't
Really?
matter.
Anything?
I just admire dancing, yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, when I was a kid, I was doing no, not ballet. How the classical one, Johnny, help me, waltz, cha-cha.
Oh, you should come to
Classical
Vienna.
dances.
Partner dancing.
Ballroom dancing, yes, I love ballroom, yes.
Oh my God. That's
So
so cool.
this activity brings me joy, and I put it in my schedule actually. Oh, yoga, for example, it also brings me joy. For example,
You like yoga?
actually, yes, I found a great, actually, find the studio and the teacher that really you enjoy their classes. It is very important. I found one in Spain recently, actually. I was looking for the
Cool.
whole year actually, and I found a few months ago and I just so happy.
Great, guys. Do silence days, detox information retreat days. Do retreats if you can. Meditate. That really helps a lot.
Yeah.
Then find something you like.
Yeah, enjoy activity every day. This is my personal advice. Really, it helps
don't forget
to refresh your mind.
To
and
spend some
bring
time with your family, not only on internet.
Yeah, I hope it works for you. So we are waiting feedback from you how it was useful for you. Thank you. See you later. Ooh, we are in time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. It actually inspires me to have a good time in quietness as well. And I think it's really so important to really give ourselves time to get quiet sometimes, and get in touch with ourselves. And from there, come up with new ideas, with new energy, refreshed to keep rock and roll.
And so without further ado, now we have the rock and roll star himself
Yay.
in studio live. We're always blessed to have him in the studio live. Geshe-la is up next.
Hey. I get these flowers up here. My wife gonna kill me. Okay. Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the Peachtree World News. And it was so nice to get some suggestions about, how to avoid information overload and toxicity. And I like it a lot. So thank you for that. Okay. Yesterday, we were talking about this new book that I'm working on. By the way, how long do I have you guys? 9:40, I guess. All right. We're talking about this new book that Ben Kramer and me are working on. And it's been a lot of work, a lot of intense work. Sometimes I work 16, 17 hours without stopping on it. And we basically finished it. I'm trying to get some time on my day off yesterday and today to read it over and finish it. But we were talking about this book, and it's about the different belief systems And the title of the book, it's very funny. I'm going to tell you the title. We gave it an English title, The Great Ideas of the East, a survey of 101 enlightening belief systems from ancient Asia. But I'm going to tell you the real title. Hang on, I got to go through the book. Oh my gosh. Come on. Yeah, here's the real title. Herein lies a brief survey of the essence of every existing belief system. So this guy is from Chone, is writing a book 300 years ago. And he says, I'm going to tell you the essence of every belief system in the whole world, okay? And if you know your geography, Chone is in kind of close to Inner Mongolia, okay? It's the northern part of China. It's not too far from the Mongolian border. You can say it's part of the inner Mongolia. So he's writing from Inner Mongolia, close to that, in China. And then he went to school. It's like, if you're from Arizona, your mom tries to put you in Princeton University. And if you're from Chone, your mom tried to put you in one of the three great monastery universities of Lhasa, which is, over 1,000 miles away. It's like 1 month on a horse to get there. So he went to study at one of the great monasteries. Sarah May likes to say he's from there. And then he came back home. So he saw in where he studied, he must have met many other people from many other belief systems, because he traveled, and where he was located, he was not far. You could get on a horse for a week and go to Mongolia. And they have very interesting belief systems about Tenger Bog, which is some kind of, they have a religion about the sky gods. And they have a very sophisticated ancient religion about the Tengri, the sky gods. If he goes a little bit to the west of that, he will hit Lake Baikal, and he will hit the Buryat tribes. And they have a very sophisticated belief system about shamanism, very, very advanced for hundreds and hundreds of years. They have a belief system about, it's kind of like magic or something like that. We call shamanism. In between his home and where he studied, it's covered by Bunbo. Bunbo is another ancient system, over 1,000 years old, maybe 2,000 years old. And they believe in this guy who's like their leader, and he started a few thousand years ago. And that's another shamanist belief. If he goes south, for just, I don't know, get on a horse and ride south of, I don't know, 1 or 2 days, he will hit the classical belief systems of China, Confucianism and Taoism, Tao Te Ching, the path, the great book, Jing, on the path, Tao, or the way of virtue, right? Tao Te Ching. And it's a highly developed system, over 2,000 years old, and these books were written, Lao Tzu, thousands of years before him. And Taoism and also Confucianism, the analects of Confucius, these books and these systems existed thousands of years before him. And don't forget, he promised to cover all the belief systems of the world, right? His book titled, Brief Survey of the Essence of Every Existing Belief System. Then if he goes to the West, if he goes further, he will hit old Tibet, which is Kashmir. It's called Kashmir and Ladakh. This is where Tibet started. Now it's part of India, okay? And there is Kache. Who knows Kache? Kache means Kashmiri, and it means now Muslim. So maybe 500 years before him, that area became heavily Muslim, and Turkish religions. So he's got those, and people like Marco Polo came to China and brought some Christianity. We call Nestorian Christianity, and it spread in China even from 400 AD. From well over 1,000 years ago, there were some Nestorian Christians in China. So look, he's covering all the belief systems in the world, he says. So he's got Buryat, he's got Inner Mongol, he's got Outer Mongol, he's got Taoism, he's got Confucian, he's got Bumbo, he's got Kache, Muslim, he's got Nestorian Christian. He's got 8 systems surrounding him, okay? And he grew up in the middle of 8 different belief systems. Guess how many of these 8 are included in all the systems in the world? 0. Okay, he doesn't mention any of them, okay? He says, I'm gonna teach you about all the belief systems of my world. And he's surrounded by 8 major belief systems, and he doesn't mention any of them at all, you know? So, oh, I know Geshe-la, I know what he's doing. He must have covered from the ancient books we call Kangir. You know, Gautama, who started that system, we call inner system. The Gautama started it 25 centuries ago, 2,500 years ago. And at that time, there was many belief systems in ancient India, and they were competing. Like every country, they have competing belief systems. And there were like 20 belief systems at that time competing in southern India. I know what happened, Geshe-la. He must have covered all the belief systems from 2,000 years, 500 years before. That's what happened. That's why he doesn't mention Confucius, Taoism, you know, Bumbo, all the Siberian religions. That's why. Well, guess what? He doesn't cover all those either. Okay, he covers 1 or 2. It's very strange, you know. Oh, Geshe-la, he must be taking the information from the ancient books. There's 990 ancient books from India, which John Brady found, and he's here today. We should give him a hand. He found them 30 years ago when he was young, and they input 990 books, okay? And in those times, 2,500 years ago, there was many belief systems, but that's not in the book either, okay? He doesn't cover all of those. He's covering just a weird mishmash, okay? It's not every belief system in the world, come on. It's like a confusing mishmash, okay? Mishmash means, how do you say Parusi? Mishmash. Like all mixed up. How do you say? Padak? Bardak. Совсем bardak. Okay. And it's all mixed up. And I was curious, you know, I'm like, what's going on? You know, what's happening? So then I said, there must be an ancient book there must be an older book, So I went searching. Lucky, I don't have to go to Ladakh or India and get the blessing there. You know what's the blessing you get there? Yeah, something like that. That blessing is the answer to the deep question of whether you can have downward moving wind and upward moving wind at the same time. And you can. If you eat some fried bread in Varanasi, I did it. I proved Udana and what's the other one? Apanavayu. They can both operate at the same time. What I mean is, you don't have to go to ancient India or even the great collection. There are incredible collections in Russia. And since we have Russian-speaking people guests this week, those are the greatest collections in the world. Great collections, 141,000 books at the Academy of Sciences, Academia Nauka Востоковедения, and also across the river at St. Petersburg University is an incredible, smaller collection of 8,000 books, but very high quality. Somebody knew what they were doing. And I don't know exactly who it was. His name was Vosterkov, I think. But he chose the best of the best. So because John Brady and his team checked all these books, I was able to find the most mother book that really does have all the belief systems in it. And this is a sutra. It's called Endless Jewels. And inside that is 62 belief systems, okay? From ancient times, before Gautama, long before Gautama, okay? So this person sitting in China, sitting in north central China, 300 years ago, he's taking all the belief systems in the world, he's taking them from an ancient book, which we found. John Brady found it, okay? I asked John Brady, can you find this book? I think there's a missing book, and we found it. And what's cool is it's buried inside another book. So without John Brady, without all the input of the ancient books, we could never find it. But we heard there were 62 basic systems, basic belief system. Like you can count Buddhism as just one. You can count Christian, Jewish, Muslim, like that. These are just 4 or 5. But they had 62 in this ancient sutra. Now, Geshe-la, what's the use of, Geshe-la, why do you, in between fighting to get some free time to work, why are you so interested about 62 belief systems that are gone? They left over 2,000 years ago. Now that's a question. Why are these guys, 2,000 years later, why are they writing 532-page book, okay, about these 62 belief systems that were gone before Gautama? Okay, why are they writing a book like that, sitting in the middle of China, 300 years ago? Why? And the answer is, these are not belief systems. They are not religions. They are not government systems. They are archetypes. Okay, they are archetypes. Geshe-la, what do you mean archetype? And I just woke up one night and I understood. I was like, wow, he's not recording history information. He's talking about human nature. Okay, he's talking about the psychology of the people's minds who create the belief system. You have 62 mental habits that create belief systems. Every human being for 4,000 years, all of us, we have inside us a habit to ask 62 questions about our life. And I was writing the introduction to this book, and I suddenly decided the key word here is mushrooms. Okay, by the way, I got 3 minutes and then you guys are on. I decided the key word here is mushrooms. And everybody, all my friends here are like, mushrooms? Keshla, you don't even like mushrooms. Mushroom is the brother of eggplant. Okay, they are both squishy. They both taste terrible. I don't know why people eat mushroom. Why they eat eggplant, I don't know. You can eat stones, it would taste better. Okay, but mushrooms grow in the dark and they multiply like crazy. Okay, and I asked my my doctor, I said, I got these terrible allergies in Arizona here, you know, and she said, well, you get them 2 times a year, right? I said, yeah. I'm so hopeful she's going to help me, you know. I said, yeah. She said, well, in the winter, when it comes December, November, December, January, now February, that's the pollen from the trees, you know, that's the pollen from the trees. I said, okay, I understand. But, and she said, by the way, I saw it under a microscope and it's nasty stuff. It looks like, you know, spikes. It's a ball with nails coming off of it, you know. She said, when that touches the inside of your nose, you have to sneeze, you have to feel uncomfortable. Your nose has to fight it, you know. I said, God, now I understand. Then I said, but why do I get again? You know, here it's called allergy season, but it's like 8 months, you know. Why do I get again in the fall time? You know, why do I get after the summer? She said, oh, that's the rain that comes in August. So we have here a special rain called monsoon. And she says that rain comes for 1 month in Arizona. By the way, we depend on it. All the water, all the gardens, all the farming, we wait for that rain. The Indians used to plant corn and then pray for the monsoon. If it's too late, they don't have food for a year. So she said the rain comes in August. Then the mushrooms grow and the fungus grow because the ground is wet. Okay, then you get all these mushrooms growing and everywhere in Arizona. It's not tiny. You cannot see them. They are fungus, right? And she said, that's what's happening. Then I decided that's what's happening with these 62 belief systems. What's the darkness, Geshe-la? I say, anytime you have darkness, you have new belief systems will grow, sprout up. Okay, what's the darkness? The darkness is the time before you got here inside your mom and after you're gonna die. Then you got 10,000 years of darkness after you died. You got 10,000 years of darkness before you came in your mom. And that's gonna make mushrooms. Mushrooms means theories that nobody can prove about where was I and where am I gonna go, you know? So naturally in that darkness, many, many mushrooms pop up. You know, human nature wants to write a story. This is what's gonna happen to me after I leave. This is what happened to me before I came here. Human nature in the darkness, human nature, we want to write a story. And I'll tell you something funny. Those stories about where I was before and after I will be gone, in that darkness, those stories, nobody can prove, mainly. I mean, we're gonna talk about it. But the stories you cannot prove are the stories that people fight about the most. And they say, I'm right, you know, then I know what's gonna happen after that. I know where I was before. And you say, how do you know? My mom told me, my dad told me, you know, and people hold it strongly, you know, about something they cannot prove, about nobody can prove. So anyway, that's the idea of mushrooms. And all the 62 belief systems from ancient times which John Brady found. I'm going to tell you a little bit about them in my second part of the show. Back to you guys over there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Geshe-la. This is getting exciting, eh? Yes, for sure, for sure.
That was really interesting and very deep.
Yes. So we will have a second part of it today in a few more minutes. But today we had a very special chance. We are going to be talking with the director, how do you say, executive director
Correct.
of the Gold Club.
Yes.
Julia, what's her last name pronunciation?
Dubanic.
Dubanic.
Julia Dubanic.
Yes, so we will have her here in the set. We are trying something new. We're gonna have her Zoom here sharing with you, and let's see what she has to share with us.
Let me introduce her
please.
first.
Yes, all yours. I'm
Thank
gonna
you
take
so
some
much,
coffee.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you see Julia, guys? Julia, hi.
Hi, everyone.
So let me introduce Julia. Julia is a very, very special person. She is the force behind the Gold Club. She is running all the processes, and I'm so happy and feel so lucky that a couple of years ago, she just came and started to work with us. And when she came, the Gold Club team was about maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 people. Now it's over 100 volunteers. And Julia is the person who is running, who is doing all operations. And this is the person actually who is making Gold Club so successful. I am going to ask her questions. Julia, how do you make this Gold Club successful?
Thank you very much, Maria. And first of all, I would like to say you hello, everyone.
I don't hear it. One, how do I hear
evening.
it?
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Good. Can you
Are
hear
you
me?
listening here?
Yes.
Okay. Now I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Maria?
Wait a second.
But you can hear her.
Yeah, but
Perfect.
nobody here is.
But we are trying because we are worried about the feedback.
Wait a second.
Okay. Well, you go ahead. Go ahead. We can't hear it in here, but Zoom can hear it, and you can hear her with headphones.
Okay, Julia, please tell us.
So nobody will hear me in Sedona?
They cannot hear you. Only I can hear you in the.
All right, we will translate for them, probably.
She wants people in Sedona also to hear her.
Right. Because I would like to thank you, first of all, to all Sedona people and to Geshe Michael specifically for inviting us, actually Gold Club, take a part in this wonderful event.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Sorry, they cannot hear you because of the echo.
Yes, I hear you.
Please continue.
And you can translate them afterwards, probably. Cool. So I would like to thank to Geshe Michael, to all the team for hard work to make this event happen. And I would like to say happy birthday to Gold Club and wish Gold Club a very long and lasting and successful life. And we really love all our Gold clubbers, and thank you very much for being here with us and for supporting us. And say, Maria, a big hello to JB, a person who actually gave us the opportunity and the possibility and the freedom to help Asian Legacy Library. So what was your question? Let's start.
How are you making Gold Club successful, and what's the secret to manage so many volunteers?
Good question. I live in France for about 1 year, and I recently became a volunteer myself in one organization. And before this, I had an interview with HR department, and I came to this department, and I was looking at, there was two women who were looking at me and starting conversation. These women were about 70s, in their early 70s, and they started to write thoroughly about myself. Who am I? What I'm doing? Why I am doing this? Why do I want actually to find an elderly lady and to have a talk with her and to probably to walk with her, etc. And I realized when they were thoroughly writing about myself, my resume, I realized the secret of their company success, and I think it's the same for Gold Club. I really felt that it's people that want to serve others. Because these two women, they really were implicated and they really wanted to serve. And success of Gold Club, I also think it's people, around over 100 volunteers. And all those people came to give their time, their knowledge, their wisdom, their competence. And I think because they really want to serve, they really want to help. And I think they really feel that saving wisdom, it's really important. That's it.
So it's all about people. And from me also, all the Gold Club team, all the volunteers, thank you so much that you're helping us. Thank you, Yulia, also. So how, also the big question is, how do you manage this whole big team, even when there are difficult times? Are there any difficult times at all? Or everything is fun?
Oh, well, we have a lot of fun, actually. I do have, and I hope our volunteers really have a lot of fun. But we also have difficult times, that's true. I would say this year, all the year, it has been very difficult for our community. The life is changing, the world is changing, and we need to be really much more flexible. And it requires really much tension, much force, and much tension between actually people, because not between, but towards the task actually. So I think that we really in Gold Club, how do we manage actually hard times when we have them? And we
can hear you, Yulia, but now everyone in Sedona can hear you finally.
Cool. Hello, everyone. Again, I'm very, very glad to be here with you. And I'm really happy that we have technical seats ripen. Cool. So I was telling that we really have hard times. I think we are human, and every human has hard times. In terms of Gold Club, how do we manage? If you ask, I would say that we really are open, and you, Maria, and thank you very much for you and our managers. We are really open to hear people, to listen to people, and to respond to their needs. Sometimes it can be professional needs, but sometimes it can be personal. And we are really responsive, and we are really supportive in this. And it's cool. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yulia. And can you share, I think we have a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
What's actually, because I mean, I know about that, but please tell, how do we plant seeds for the Gold Club to be successful? Because we do 4 steps also.
Can I tell that we copied one idea?
Yes, I think so.
From one of the World organization. I was inspired, me personally, I was really inspired with 4-step engine department in DCI Global. I think it's really incredible because we without seeds we cannot be successful. So we created also our 4-step engine in Gold Club. And we decided to help to have 2 partners. Actually, one partner, it's an organization, a non-profit organization. The name is Academy of Classical Wisdom. And this organization actually delivers a deeper knowledge of this seed system in the Russian-speaking community, a Russian-speaking world. And we really help them to be successful. We do it regularly. And the second partner, it's a club. We name it Millennial Club, we created it by ourselves. I think that you already mentioned, Maria, that recently in 2022, we got $1 million. We raised $1 million for Asian Legacy Library. We were so excited and happy. And we remember it, Geshe Michael told, if you obtain the one goal, just go for another one. Don't stop here. We decided not to stop. We decided we go for the second million. But how to do it? We need to plant seeds. So we organize a group where we are giving some wisdom.
Slower, Yulia. They say you're fast.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
He's
Sorry,
excited.
translators. Sorry, translators. So we created this Millionaire Club, and we are doing coffee meditation on everyday basis regularly, and we are giving some life hacks how to plant seeds to grow financially to people. And I feel that we really plant good seeds for our second million to Asian Legacy Library.
Yeah, Jabila, we really want to get a second million soon. We are working on that.
JB wants it too.
I think we have already 100. Yeah,
Good.
so we have, I think, at least 10% we already done.
Thank you so much, Yulia. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the main message that if you want to be successful, you need to help someone else to be successful. And then really that plants seeds and you will be successful. If you do a coffee meditation, as Yulia said, and come to the Gold Club to do coffee meditation with us. And John Brady, by the way, also does the meditation in the Gold Club. And what is next? One? Okay, now come announce.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. And thank you, team, for helping us here. You know, it was crazy, but team did an amazing job here. Thank you, Julia, so much for sharing and coordinating all the executions of the plan. I have a very dear friend who, for example, grow another golf club in Mexico. So you're having babies all over the world. That's great. That's great. It seems to be like a very good idea that came up, and it's really now serving many people in the world. So thank you so much. Please keep doing what you're doing. Keep helping us all to be able to keep helping more people. Thank you. So we're just go to a break, relax, enjoy, and we'll be back with more of ancient wisdom from Geshe Michael Roach. Yeah.
How long is the break?
10 minutes, 8, no, 7 minutes.
See you in 7 minutes.
Yeah, here we have again our friend Johnny O. Great guy. He has been helping us a lot with many different things. It's a pleasure to have you here again.
It's a pleasure working with my good friends Juan and Daniel, and we had a lot of QR codes up there in the break, so we wanted to remind you that if you didn't catch them all, you can find them again at peachtreeworldnews.com, and then you can also put in your email addresses so that we'll let you know about all our exciting new shows coming up. And next month will be our first show on location.
International show.
International, we're gonna be in Mexico.
Now we start traveling, spending all the money, you know. Flying all over the world.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really exciting, and we hope to have some live music there, and we'll really be exciting news to know what our friends in Mexico are doing. So, well, that's the plug for the next show. We hope you join us for that, and we hope you're enjoying this one. It's been really great getting to know Peter and Masha and Vika, and we have some great some cooking tips to know about some great food that we filmed earlier, and so stay tuned for that. And without further ado, we're gonna continue with Geshe and Michael talking about mushrooms.
I welcome back to the mushroom show. And just as long as we don't go to internet time. So why did we talk about mushrooms? If you weren't here, we were talking about this kind of mystery story, you know, this invention story. And I think this guy 300 years ago from Chani, who wrote the book that we're working on now. And by the way, that book will become DCI Global Advanced Level 3, and we'll be teaching that in the summer. And I'm kind of, you know, I get warmed up like 6 months ahead of time before a new level. I start working on it. I start thinking about it. And so we said mushrooms means what happened over 2,500 years ago was people had 62 different ideas about darkness. Okay, mushrooms grow in the darkness. And what's funny is these oldest belief systems. And by the way, as we said yesterday, we compared the belief systems to food in different countries, right? So if you never travel, if you never go anywhere, you will just eat the food that your parents ate, and you will think that's normal food. In fact, if you meet a new friend, you can it's kind of fun, I'll tell you. Watch what they like to eat, and you can tell them where's their parents from. I met a guy from Israel, and I watched what he was eating. And I said, you're from Jaffa, which is part of Tel Aviv, South Tel Aviv. I said, you're from Jaffa. He goes, what? How do you know that? I said, you know, but if you study what people like to eat, you can tell where's their family from, you know. And so, but if you travel, if you move around a lot to different countries, you will get to introduce to different kinds of delicious food. And for example, when I was in Kiev teaching there, my friend Igor Surzik, which I mentioned the other day, he introduced me. What do you call those things? Piashki? Piroshki. Pishni piroshki. Anyway, I call it the cherry thing from Ukraine. And it's unbelievable. It's like a cherry turnover, but it's got whipped cream in it. I love Igor. He's a dear friend of mine. He's very, very warm. He's one of the home office directors of DCI Global. But I tell you, never sit with him in a dish of those perosh or whatever it's called, because he goes crazy and he starts eating like crazy. So it's nice to go to different countries. It's nice to learn different foods. I will never forget in Chengdu, China, the day I met Mabudoku, and it changed my life. And I love it now. Now I eat it like once a week or something like that. So it's the same thing with belief systems, okay? And if you go around the world, if you travel, you can find different ideas about what? About the darkness, okay? What's the darkness? The darkness is where you were before you came into your mom and where you're gonna be after you leave this place. And the darkness, I'll tell you, is much longer than the light, okay? The time you spend here, I mean, really, it's in 2-minute pieces or something. You know, you are in the present moment. You can't say you are here in the light for 70 years. You can say you're here for 2 minutes or 1 minute. And then there's darkness on either side, but there's especially darkness about what happens to you after, what happens to you before. So those 62, and by the way, Sugang, she asked me, oh, Geshe-la, right? Where did you find the sutra? Where did John Brady find the Endless Jewels Sutra? Why don't they call it the 62 ideas about the darkness? Why don't they call it that? And I'll tell you why. The 62 is inside the sutra. It's hidden inside the sutra. You can only find it if you have hundreds of typists working for 35 years, type. And then those books are searchable, okay? That's what, if you really in the Gold Club, if you're really working hard to try to help John Brady's project, the valuable thing that only John Brady is doing is to make those books searchable, okay? And that means somebody has to sit down and type them. And we're talking like 100 people typing for 35 years. And I said, what's beautiful nowadays, I went to visit them they're in many countries, but I went to visit one group and they said, Geshe-la, this is my daughter, you know? And I'm like, hi, what do you do? She says, I'm typing. What do you mean, what do I do? And I said, wait, you and your mom are typing together for John Brady? She said, yeah. Everybody who's working for John Brady's organization, they have kids. I don't know why, because they get paid. And then they have children, and those children grow up. It's like Seiji told me, Maitri, he's already getting Maitri ready to be a director of DCI. And so it happens like that. So how did we find the 62? We just used the search program in John Brady's database. Otherwise, we'll never find it. You cannot read. It's 1 million pages. John Brady has input 3 million pages. Every book is input 3 times, 4 times, 5 times for accuracy. And then they are compared. 2 people type the whole book. 2 people compare the 2 typings. And 1 person compares the 2 people who compared the 2 typings, okay? And it's a 5 times accuracy check. Nobody in the world does that, okay? And then you can say, it's called a Boolean search program, which means proximity search program, which means find me 62 near ancient viewpoints. And I just tell the search program, please find 62, the number 62, which is Tuchureni, and find it near Tawa, which means what? The view or the worldview, okay? So I did it, we found it. Now, everybody in the studio here is so curious, those who are not asleep, they are asking, well, by the way, you can turn this one this way, John, then I can watch this one. If these guys want to see, I'm okay with that. You can turn it. Yeah. Either one. Yeah. That way my wife can see. Then she knows I'm working. Okay. What are the 62? Now, interesting. You know, if you think about it, since the time before we came here is complete darkness. And since the time after we leave is complete darkness, then you can pretty much make up any story you want about where I came from and where I'm going. So I have to say, in history, in also Asia, but every part of the world, we have very strange ideas, okay? We have very, very strange. I'll tell you one from the Himalayas, because I studied there. And I said, I was asking one guy in the Himalayas, you know, what's your creation story in the Himalayas? Where did the world come from? He said, well, I know your creation story. I know your story. I said, what is my story? He said, I know, it's called science. So science is just one more explanation about the darkness, you know, and science says in the darkness, there was nothing. Then what happened? Something blew up called Big Bang. And before Big Bang, there's nothing. And after Big Bang, there's everything, right? Then my friend, he's from this Himalaya, he said, oh, really? He said, but science also isn't experimenting, isn't theory and experimenting and proving things from actual experiment. Isn't that the foundation of science? I say, yeah, that's how we made iPhone. That's how we made airplane. You know, we got it. We understand everything. You know, he said, oh, really? So everything has a cause. Yeah. And then you just have to find the cause. Yeah, that's science. He said, oh, really? So what's the cause of the Big Bang, which is the cause of everything? Then I'm like, no cause. He said, oh, so everything has a cause except everything. Then I'm like, wait, did I say that? He said, yeah, you did say that. You don't realize everything has a cause. Yes. Find the cause. Yes. You can cure cancer. You can make an airplane fly. Yes. So everything has a cause. Yes. Is there any exception? Yes. What's that? Everything. Right? It sounds crazy. He said, your belief system's as crazy as the Himalaya belief system about where things come from. That I said, well, what's the Himalaya system? He said, if you go to Himalayas and you ask people, who made the people on this earth? Everybody knows. It's the monkey and the witch. Okay, I said, what? He said, it's the monkey and the witch. It's very similar to the Big Bang. Okay, I said, what do you mean? That's stupid superstition. He said, Big Bang is stupid superstition. I said, no, it's not stupid superstition. He says, well, then we're not superstition. The world was created when a guy monkey met a witch in the Himalayas, and they, you know, what happened. And then they had kids, and all humanity from every country. You know, the scientists say, no, it was in Africa because they didn't have the ice age. The glaciers didn't come to Africa. So human beings were born there. All other life was killed by the ice age, you know. So we proved, you know. So these are all explanations of the dark. In that book, the 62 viewpoints, okay, very beautiful. They say, look, how do you prove something that nobody can see? And by the way, in the 62, there are very interesting guys who say, go to a cave, sit for 10 years, meditate, and you can see back 1,000 years into the darkness. You can see backwards 1,000 years into the darkness. So some guy tried, and they go to a cave in the Himalayas and they meditate for 10 years. And then they say, okay, in my meditation. I did which meditation? You are learning in DCI level 6 right now?
Oh,
Train of thought. I saw they have a cute name, TOT meditation though. It's a cool idea. Some teacher trainees call it, hey, Geshe, how's your TOT? I'm like, what's TOT? They said train of thought meditation. So one way to see back into the darkness is to increase your meditation. And some people did it. And they went back 10,000 years, according to the 62. And they said everything started 10,000 years ago. You know, before that, darkness. Then we can see back with our meditation 10,000 years. Then some other guy say, I'm going to meditate for 20 years. Okay. Then he meditated for 20 years. He said, guess what I found out? What? It goes back 20,000 years. You know, people started 20,000 years ago. Then it seems like if you know, you can see with your own mental eyes, you can see back 10,000 years. You can see back 20,000 years. You can trace your thoughts that you're having in this coffee shop right now. You can say, which one came before that? Which one came before that? Which one came before that? If you have time, you can go back 10,000 years. You can go back 20,000 years and you can see it directly. But what they advise, and I have 3 more minutes, you handsome directors. What they advise us is, look, just use the 3 tests of gold. Just use the 3 tests of gold. Now, there's 3 ways to check gold. In the old days, if you sell a horse to somebody, there's no dollar bills. Benjamin Franklin didn't exist yet. So there's no $100 bills. They will give you a piece of gold. And then you better check it. If you know, in the cowboy days around here, you check it with your teeth. Okay, that's why they don't have teeth. So there's 3 ways. Now, the easiest way is called authority or testimony of an authority. You find a super smart person that you trust, like, what's his name? The physicist guy.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, Hawking, Stephen Hawking. You trust him. Why you trust the physicist? Because they blew up 2 cities. I mean, let's be honest. Okay, why you trust Einstein? No one believed him. In fact, 100 people wrote a book called Why Einstein is Crazy. 2 of them are Nobel Prize winners, okay? And they hate him. And they don't believe what he says. Then later, he taught people how to make a bomb. They blew up 2 cities. Then they say, okay, he knows what he's talking about. You know, so they trust him, you know. So if you ask, the first test of gold is to ask a person that you trust. Why? Because he blew up 2 cities. He said he could do it and he did it. Okay, a terrible, terrible loss of life. Terrible, terrible worldview that it's worth it, you know. So this is the first method. Find a person who saw back into the darkness that you trust and ask them, what was before? What was before? Where did that come from? And ask them. Okay, now you know, and I know that sometimes even the best authority can be mistaken. I say, you know, it's very difficult. If you need to ask an authority, it means you're not sure about if they are true. Okay, you understand? If you have to ask somebody, it means you don't really know how to check them. But you have to try, right? I mean, you ask your mom, you ask your dad, where did that come from? You know, and they will give you the opinion of your culture, your local country, and they will teach you some opinion. So you say, okay, that's where I came from. What's better is think about it, you know, what's logical? What's logical to explain where you came from? You know, why did I have, Noor and me, we had terrible dental surgery this year, you know, she's still recovering. And, you know, you say, why? You think about it. Why me? That's the question, right? By the way, when you win the lottery, nobody says, why me? They just go, yay. If you get this bad surgery in your mouth, then you say, why me? And then if you're logical right now, we're not talking testimony. We're not talking authority. We're talking personal logic. You close your eyes and you say, if I'm suffering so much this week from the dentist, it must be I hurt someone before. It makes sense. It makes sense, okay? Even a kid can say that. Even a child can guess. Maybe I did something. What's that famous song? I must have done something good for someday in my life, for childhood. It's like, why did I meet my wife? I must have done something good. Sound of Music, okay? All right. So listen, everybody can, even kids can figure out if something's painful, maybe in the darkness, maybe in the black before I can remember I did something possible. That's why I met my wife when I was 17 years old, okay? Bakchak Sepa, the seat open, okay? Now, last thing, and then we'll go back to those dos and tres guapos. What's that mean? What's dos guapos? The two cute guys. Okay, three cute guys. Third test of gold. Who can tell me for $100 in the room, online? Third test of gold. What cut? What cut? But what's the example? What's it mean? What's it represent? We did logic already. We did the kid logic. It hurts. I must have done something bad. What's the third choice? Authority, logic, personal experience. $100. Okay. Chloe got the $100. Now collecting is the difficult part. Okay. Personal experience. Okay. And then you talk about this wonderful practices. For example, meditation, which we have a special ring you can use. We're going to talk about it later. Do special meditations and try to see for yourself where you came from. Okay. I mean, you can talk to Stephen Hawking. He's wrong about something, I'll tell you. Or you can use your own logic, which is sometimes not logical. No, you can't trust it as much. But if you could go back and see directly yourself, now that's proof which of the 62 ideas you want to accept, okay? About the darkness, all right? Where did you come from? Where are you going, okay? And it's important to ask those questions. It's important to ask those questions. Don't get all excited about your current life, okay? It will pass. No matter how exciting it is, no matter how beautiful it is, it will pass. You better get ready. If you know you have to go on a trip, pack your bags, okay? Before, get it ready before. Then you can relax, okay? Then you can, I know where I'm going. Okay, all right. Okay, back to you, dos guapos. See you guys later.
Wow, that was awesome. Thank you so much, Geshe-la. Incredible. Thank you so much for always giving us this beautiful advice, this beautiful wisdom, and a nice explanation on the opposite of the 31 ice cream flavors, right? What maybe we should call these like the 62 nasties or something, right? But cool. So thank you, Geshe-la. We have a really cool couple more segments coming up. Remember we talked about we had a surprise for you guys. So we had a little bit of feedback from actually inside the cafe room here and some other folks who were interested in potentially winning that really cool printout of Geshe Michael's original notes from when he first started studying. So we came up with an idea and we decided that we were going to make actually a few more, a limited edition run. So we decided to make some more available. We talked to Geshe, he's gonna sign them and we're going to limit them. So we're only gonna make 10 of them. Okay, so yesterday, number one was amazing and crazy, and you guys are lucky because Peter's not in the studio today. so some other folks might get a chance at this. So we're gonna start the bidding off $5, and we want people to get a chance at getting another copy of it. And so we'll Masha's going to come up in a little while and host the auction. So just get ready for that. And so is Masha and Vika are going to be doing the auction together. Newsflash, forgive me for that. And so go ahead, Senor.
Okay, so we are gonna get ready for that. And in the meantime, we want to share with you guys a very, very beautiful and fun cooking show that our friends also did for us. It was actually very fun. You know, it really reminds me to those morning programs. You know, like the ladies after dropping the kids at school, they go back to their house and they watch, and there's some of that cooking show. So it's actually very, very cool. You'll see. And then we learn how to make, what's the name of that?
Sirniki.
Sirniki.
We're making
right.
Sirniki.
So, and we will share with you how to do the same. Sadly, you cannot taste them, but here we can. Yeah, we'll do it for you.
Yeah, and
Let's
then,
go.
And then, yeah, we also have the cool interview with Sugain coming up. So, but let's go right over to the Sirniki teaching.
Hey. Hello, guys. Hi. My name is Victoria Tarangul, and I have guests, friends. I have friends here, Peter Myrtle and Maria Myrtle. We are going to cook for you.
Very special dish.
Yes, I want to teach you, to give you the ultimate recipe of the cheese pancakes, which you love. And probably you will use it in your life for the rest of your life, because it's very simple and very delicious.
And it's actually me and Vika. I'm from Russia, Vika from Ukraine. We love that for the breakfast. It's called, in Russian language, it's called sirniki.
Sirniki.
Repeat.
Sirniki.
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 Sirniki. Okay. Sirniki.
So what do we have?
Okay, we have a little ingredients. We have flour, eggs, cottage cheese, and raisin. Actually, this recipe is very, very simple because you don't need a scale and you don't need to weigh anything here. Therefore, let's try it. We have some.
Where's the recipe from? Is it your own idea or is it a
Oh
tradition?
my God! Without scaling, it's my own idea.
Really?
Because I like to do it short. And you know, we are living in a busy time, right? Busy, you're busy.
Oh,
I'm very
crazy.
busy. Therefore, I prefer to cook everything which is
Quick.
Thank you. Thank you. So, cottage cheese we have here. Yes, but first we have to put eggs. Let's check. Let's try to put 3 eggs. 1 for you. I will teach you how to do it. Yeah. Put eggs here.
I will screw it up.
Not bad, Peter. Okay, let's put 1 more because we have quite a lot of cottage cheese, right?
Okay, Peter, did you try ever sirniki?
Yes.
You
Yes.
did, I know.
Where?
Oh, thank you.
Well, my first Sirniki experience was in Nizhny Novgorod.
Uh-huh.
That
How was it?
quite traumatic. I mean, not the food, but the occasion.
Okay.
Because I went to see Maria's mom, November 2012, to convince her to let Maria come to Europe.
That was quite a meeting, guys.
That was
My mom was shocked. She saw Peter for the first time.
Actually, Peter's
Ever.
from Austria, right?
yes.
Peter's from Austria. And
Never
then
seen
he
Nizhny
hears, my mom is like, who is that guy? I'm
She
like,
didn't tell her anything.
yeah.
It was,
I'm like,
oh.
well,
it was
we need to talk about it.
one of the beautiful Soviet Union style skyscrapers, and it was her birthday.
It was my mom's birthday.
Wow, great.
And I didn't speak any Russian.
Mama speak, I suppose, no English.
Correct.
She said yes and no, but And then we had a birthday party.
Yes. And that's where she prepared in the morning. She prepared sырники.
Okay, guys, now we have here cottage cheese, flour, and what?
Eggs.
Eggs, right? Right.
And the
Eggs.
raisins are for me to eat while you're cooking, right?
Yes, now we have to add raisins as
Naturally.
you wish, okay? For example, my kids, they don't like raisins
Really?
much. Yes. So,
I like raisins.
yes, if you like, what else? If you like sweet pancakes,
Yes.
sырники, you can put sugar a little bit. But as usually, I don't put sugar a lot. You know why?
Because it gets too sweet.
Yes, but because I love to serve it with the honey or marmalade. We will show you later.
That's
Okay?
what I got in Nizhnovgorod. The
So,
blackberry.
It is done, and
Now is the main
the
part.
texture should be
Creative
like
part.
this, you know. Oh, so the main part to create the syrniki, right? The most difficult part. So now we are going to put little flour over here. Let me
Where?
put
Oh, it's okay.
for your plate, little, and for your plate, little bit. So little flour. Why? What do you think, Peter? Why? Your
I'm
ideas.
getting nervous.
Your ideas.
I think I'm
Is it your
called
first
to
time
work.
cooking sырники, Peter?
Totally.
Oh my God, first time
So,
cooking sырnики.
Yes, because now dirty job are coming. My
And
dear.
now what am I doing actually?
I will
Just
show
to
you
show me.
later. Yes, I will show you.
Oh, they're
Round
small,
balls.
nice.
And now we are going to create balls, little balls, but
I think it's not enough.
the purpose here, look,
Mhm.
put it here, make it like this. Okay,
It's not too wet.
no, look, and it's almost done, right?
Okay.
So we will put little flour here, and we will put our syrniki over there.
Mhm.
Why the butter has this texture, like, you know, don't put a lot of flour, because if you put a lot of flour, it will be like оладушки.
Like pancakes.
What's a lot of
Pancakes
Oh, I see.
without
Filling.
yes,
Without
without
cottage cheese.
cottage cheese. So if you want to feel cottage cheese in your mouth, don't put a lot of flour. So the flour should be in your plate, and play with your bowl in your plate.
Plays your ball.
Okay.
Yay.
You like it, huh?
Yay, guys, we are ready to fry sырники. We have our things here, and Vika is going to put them right now on the pan. We are using, by the way, coconut oil. This is my.
Raffinate, right? Or sunflower oil, or you can use canola oil, any oil you want, or you have.
How long?
We mean for
We fry them.
oh,
Yeah, it's
until
like-
it become ready.
You will see, yeah.
We will show you the color of the prepared syrniki,
This one
okay?
is a little one.
Don't worry, I will do it for you. Okay.
But there should be
Done.
recipes and families going from one generation to the next, no? Maria. Your mom's recipe is coming from grandma.
Yeah, every woman in Russia and in Ukraine, of course, has their own recipe.
Really?
Sure. My mom likes to add, I don't know how to call it, semolina in English. So now we have to be really quick and check if they're ready.
Yeah.
And let's see. Ooh, I am not so good at this. Vika is much better.
Yes,
Oops, this one is not ready. Oh, I'm messing up. I'll put it back.
Daniel, can you switch over
Yep, let's try this one. Not ready yet. Okay.
These two, the small ones.
Yeah, good.
Wow. Wow. Good. Let's wait until it's become ready. So it's a messy one, but it's okay. Don't be frustrated.
Oh my God,
It's
that's
okay.
mine.
Don't worry. This is Maria's.
The ugly one is mine. Yes.
Yeah.
The beautiful ones are from Victoria. Somehow they have a different color than usually.
You know why?
Why?
Because of coconut oil.
Mhm.
I guess because of the
Or maybe cottage, American
maybe
cottage.
cottage. Oh, maybe American flour.
Maybe those Americans, they are the ones
Do
who are.
something strange. Yeah,
Tasty
therefore
American.
we have different cereal, but I hope for taste.
Yeah. Can I try one?
No.
Ah,
Okay, therefore.
Can I? Really? Let's try.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's more
No, it's good.
good.
You want to try?
Not so bad.
It's actually good. Oh my God, I like it. It's not very sweet.
It's not so much sweet, right? It's a joke too.
But we can cook more with it.
For me, it's a breakfast.
Yes. Good.
Good. Very good.
Okay.
So guys, we did our sirniki. Do you see it? Nice portion, very good. We are ready to eat. But let's summarize what we had for our sirniki without scales. Do you remember? So we had, what we had, Peter? Maybe we taught people.
Flour,
Flour, yes, we have flour. What is the main ingredient?
cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese, right. What else?
Tvarog in Russian language.
Tvarog, yes. What else? Eggs, right? Eggs and
Loads of sugar.
little sugar. Okay, now we have to serve it, right?
Yeah, we're just serving, right?
Yes, we're just serving because we are hungry, we want to eat, and we want to have
Very
our coffee.
hungry.
So with sirniki. So as usually, I put a few sirniki to the plate for my kid or for my husband. So now we are going to put a few berries. Yes. And for you, it should be beautiful.
Can I take
my
some
kids
berries
love
also?
beautiful in their plate. Oh, yes, you can help me. Yes, you do. Would you like to have more?
Yes, please. The plate
Blueberries?
needs both.
And what I like, I would love to have it with a creme fraiche.
In Europe,
Actually,
it's called Greek yogurt. Smetana.
we use Greek yogurt. So we find.
Let's actually try if it's similar to our smetana.
Yes, let's try. Would you like to try it like this?
No, just a little bit, yeah.
It should be.
Yeah, on the side.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
So, what is the alternative version for you? You can use a marmalade, but of course without fresh cream.
No, together.
You want to get
Peter
okay,
likes
we'll do-
together.
Really?
I know.
Okay.
Okay,
There's
I
Right?
eat what I'm getting.
Yes. We will put
Thank you.
here. Yes, it's apricot marmalade. So let's see.
Choose your weapon.
This is my weapon. We are going to try
Yes.
right here.
Yes,
Right
guys.
now?
First of all, look
Oh.
at this.
Look at this. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Isn't it tasty?
Let's go from the ice to
Yes.
the tasting.
Yes. One more tip. One more tip. When you put in your mouth your sirnik, try to have on your forks everything.
Uh-huh.
But of course,
A little
we
bit
need
of everything.
knife. As usual, I use knife,
Right. So
Yeah.
we don't have knife here.
jam, and berry. Right, everything on your fork.
Oh my God,
Yeah. Okay.
it actually works.
Mm.
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 Unbelievable, I can't believe it.
Mm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
She said unbelievable. Huh?
Very, very good.
Actually, if you do little portion, like for your family, it's really fast. You can make it just for one pan and to have it. So try to do it.
Bon appetit.
Bon
Thank
appetit.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Whoa. Look at that. The real deal. We just cooked some up in the back and these are fresh off of the stove. So we can smell it in the studio. Awesome. You wanna
We're
pass
gonna
these
put
out?
them in the table
Yeah.
for the audience to enjoy.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, chef.
So So welcome back, guys. Again, earlier I made a mistake and I forgot to welcome Xintian Shi and her lovely husband, Sugang Shi. So we're welcoming them back. We have a quick little interview with them. We really want to share their really cool project and the work that they've been doing for the Worldview Network. So I'd like to start off first of all by welcoming you. Thank you for being here, coming halfway around the world to be with us.
Yeah.
And so first of all, let's introduce you to everyone. So gang, what do you guys do? Like, how are you guys involved in the Worldview Network? Tell us a little bit about your roles.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. First of all, we are so honored and happy to be here in the Peachtree Cafe in the World News Show. So my name is Sugan. I'm part of the, I'm the primary translator of the Mixed Nuts or Diamond Cutter Classics. I'm so honored to be in the team. Thanks a lot to Geshe Michael. And then two of us, we are also the organizers for DCI programs and also YSI programs for English speakers in Asia and also for Indonesia. And we also are doing LL events for Indonesia as well. So and then we also run a diamond jewelry company, J Jewels, and we use a lot of the proceeds to contribute back to the Worldview organizations. Yeah.
Great, that's awesome. Sweet. So I'm really wanting to ask you a little bit more. I mean, obviously, you guys do a lot on every front. So thank you very much for all your hard work once again. And I'd like to ask you guys a little bit more specifically today. Of course, we'll have you on in the future for more interviews for more of your projects.
Definitely.
But for today, let's talk about the jewelry project. I'm very interested in it. It's super cool. You guys are doing really cool work. So can you give us a little bit more information on that?
Yeah. Let me start a bit before I pass back to my wife, because she's basically the creative designer of the jewelry as well. So first of all, I think we have the meditation ring, diamond meditation ring that Geshe Michael mentioned. This ring was designed by Geshe Michael himself personally. It is very beautiful. And we want to encourage people to use this so that you can have the direct experience of the ultimate success in your life. Yeah. And yeah, over to you, Cynthia.
So meditation ring, and some people you might call this as a creativity ring. So this ring is supposed to help us to get closer to our practice. That's what Geshe Michael mentioned it before. And so we wear it in the meditation. So when you are in the meditation, we just have to put the ring with the diamond facing to us in the, what do you call it? This is the ring finger. And then the left hand is on the top, the right hand is on the bottom. And we touch the diamond, the raw diamond, with the right hand, the right thumb, and then after that, the left thumb. So we're going to do the meditation and really try to feel it. It's so called, like, planting the seeds also to touch our ultimate success, we call it that one. So this is actually a great practice, and some people who ever try it, and they are sharing with us actually how they experience, and then they feel, yeah, they feel different.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I've heard, actually, Geshe talks about the power of meditating near stone on marble. And so, I mean, obviously this is a raw diamond, so it carries that, energy. And for us, it's also a
some people, maybe you have it, already have it.
actually how to take care of this is actually this, we wear it on the meditation. If you really want to wear it every day, you have to make sure that it don't knock to others, because the purpose is actually to wear it when during the meditation. And I have an idea that I can give you a tips. You can actually put this with your necklace, and you hold, and then you put it inside you. So it's inside you, so it won't knock to a lot of things. So it was safe, because this is very delicate, and it is very difficult to make, and we have to really take care of it. And because this is the purpose is to get us closer to our practice inside the meditation, we hope that you can also put it in a very nice place, maybe near your meditation cushion. So you can always remember that this is special.
Great. Yeah, it's awesome. So it sounds like it's really is a powerful, it's more than just jewelry, right? I mean, it's designed as something beautiful, but it carries a very special meaning. And so I think if we're all serious about it, then maybe we should think about how we can help support the projects. And where do the proceeds for all this go?
So, okay, we prepare already. There's information inside it, the QR code that for you, if you want to invite it in your life. And then after that, the proceed to this is helping a lot of projects under the umbrella of the Worldview. And then this is a GMR luxury brand, is they call it Creativity Ring. Then if you have this, if you really wish that you can help a lot under the GMR, you might want to invite it in your life. Maybe it's not only one, maybe it's for your, like one of my friends, it's like the husband bought it, and then he also wants to have a practice together with the wife, then they have it also with the wife, and then the mother, then he also buy it with the mother. So it's like, it's getting a virus inside the house that they hold very preciously in their heart, that let's do our meditation time in the family. So
I would like to add, when we first launched this ring, we used this to support the Sedona Castle Rock storage, and we managed to buy it, and this ring contributed a little bit of the money. So I think we feel very happy and proud of this ring.
Thank you so much. You guys are incredible. So let's show off a little bit more of this. Let's show them another option that that they can also get closer to the diamond world in their practice. Okay. Let's show this off, and then in fact we have 2 minutes left, and so we're going to show this off, and then we want to call up an audience member to show off their beautiful jewelry as well. So.
Okay, so actually, we also, because under the Geshe-la's guidance, so we have to, create something that creativity and make us closer to our practice. One of it is a Tonglen pendant. So actually, I wear it one. Okay, so this you will see it in the picture also.
Tim, are you ready to come up and show off with us?
So this Tonglen pendant is actually having a multi-function.
Oh.
Yeah, you can wear it as a bracelet. So we prepared the bracelet like this. There is the colors of it, like what I'm wearing and what the Sigan's wearing, and also Tim wearing it.
Yeah, look at this. And in fact, Tim has a cool project which we're going to have on the show soon too, called Traveling to the Diamond World, which is very much related to this. So we're looking forward to that future interview as well.
Yeah. So because of, if you, for example, okay, I got bored with this bracelet. So you can also put it as a pendant with your own necklace, or you can also able to get from us.
See, look, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Fix her up.
So this is very easy to wear it, and very easy to change it if you want different colors or a different purpose. For example, as a pendant.
Yeah, look at it. Looks nice on boys and on girls. It's beautiful.
Yeah, everybody have it now. Okay, so this is the way that we wear it, because this is actually, we try to create this Tonglen pendant is to create the the thinking that we have to have this a big heart, kind heart, to always remember to be kind to other people. If possible, take away their harshness in their life.
So thank you very much for joining us and for giving us a chance to
so
show
much.
this to the world, to our Worldview organization. Thank you, Olga, for joining us. Thank you, Tim, for joining us. So you can really capitalize on this opportunity, and if you have the chance to help out, this is giving in a way which actually brings something into your practice as well. So if you can get both the ring, which represents the wisdom side, and the bracelet, which represents the compassion side, then you can have both wings. So let's try and do that, everyone. So thank you so much. And so after this, we're going to go over to Vika and Masha, who are going to talk about the auction, the second opportunity for the auction. So.
Yay.
Hey, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for everything. This is amazing. It's much better than what I thought, because I thought it was going to be super sweet, but no, the consistency, the taste is great. I encourage you to check it out at home. And it's really good with the berries and everything. So thank you, everybody. I really have a feeling that this program really can happen only because of the kindness of everybody. I really appreciate this sense of family, of friendship that I'm getting from it. It's very, very beautiful. You wouldn't believe the crazy things that happen in the pre-production, production, post-production, but it's so beautiful that there is always a friend which can help us. And I think that also gives us some strong sense of community and a lot of fun. It's fun working together. So I'm very grateful with all of you, for real, for real, for real. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your friendship, really. And next we have a little time with Victoria and Maria. They're gonna talk a little bit more about what they are doing. So let's go with them, and I'll just keep eating. Enjoy.
Okay. Great. Welcome back, guys. So we have the auction. We're giving everyone another opportunity for the auction. I'm about to get out of here and let Masha and Vika take it away. And then we're going to spend a little bit time after the auction to just have a little more fun with our Gold Friends Club. In fact, we have a very special surprise today. We've got JB in the studio. So we want to get him up here. I mean, if it wasn't for JB, there would be no ALL or Gold Club. So we're really excited. He's going to get to come up here. And JB is going to help us celebrate the real birthday celebration, the birthday cake. So, okay, you guys take away the auction.
Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. So let's do it. We decided to give you one more opportunity to do the really special, very special piece. It's a copy of the notes that Geshe Michael did by his hand 50 years ago, when he was thinking how to start teaching the seed system to people. He started all his projects with these notes. And this is a very special opportunity to buy this and then put on your wall, rejoice. And really, this is a very special seed. So please start. We start with $5.
It's up to 10.
Already up to 10. Okay, we have $10.
So you can start to
please.
bidding.
You can start 100. Wow. Thank you.
200.
200.
300.
300. Geshe Michael wants to buy his own notes. 1,000. 1,000. Olga Kisil is here. Guys, wait. While you are, let me tell you, today the money from this auction will go to 25% to Geshe Michael as the author. Then LL. Okay, Geshe Michael gives it to L. 25% to LL. 25% to support the Peach Tree Cafe show. And we agreed that 50% will go to the gold club because we need money for attracting new people, for marketing, and to pay some bonuses to all volunteers. They're working for free. 2,000 from John Brady. Oh my God. 2,000 from. Who else? Vika, what do we have in the chat online?
Actually, we had a lot of bets in the chat, but they are too little slowly than the audience up here.
Here audience is faster.
You don't give them a chance.
2,200 from Jumbo.
2200.
22,000. Okay.
100, 2200.
2,200. Sorry. That's a wish.
It's a potential. It's a potential.
That's a wish. Yes.
25.
2,500 from John Brady. Guys, who else?
3,000.
3,000. Olga Kissi.
It's even
Mrs. Chicago. 3,000.
she came here for purpose, right?
Yeah. 3,000. Is there anyone who is doing more? It's so 3,000 for Olga from Chicago. One. Any more?
No.
Let's see. 3,000 from Olga from Chicago. Two. And
3,300 jumping.
oh my,
300.
3,300 from Indonesian village. Jambi, from Jambi. Okay, 3,301. 3,302. 4,000. Oh my God. 4,000 from Olga from Chicago. One. 4,000 from Olga from Chicago. Two. I'm giving some time, yeah. So something amazing is happening. So 4,000 from Olga from Chicago. 3, yay!
41.
Oh my God, sorry, there was already, I didn't see. $4,100,000.
Wow.
One.
We are getting better today. Oh.
Yeah, I actually really also want to have such a thing. By the way, I forgot to tell you, Geshe Michael promised to sign it also. So he will. Oh my God, Geshe Michael says that he will sign only if somebody will pay $5,000. From Chicago, $5,000. Wow. Okay, $5,000 one. $5,000 two. We're waiting. Maybe there is some.
Actually, it's a double.
There is a competition going on.
Oh.
$5,000 from Olga from Chicago.
Going.
3. Yay! Ola, come. She's right here with us.
She came from Chicago.
Yay! Yay! Congratulations! Thank you so much for helping. Olga is helping us a lot with the Gold Club, and now that's her.
Yay! Thank you, and I want to give it to you and the Peter as an appreciation for everything that you do.
Oh my God! Seriously?
Yes, from all my heart, for everything you have done for Russian-speaking people, and please continue to lead us. And we love you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
She's amazing, right, guys? She's paying and then giving it away. Thank you
This
so
is what
much.
it's supposed to be.
This is amazing seats we have today. Thank you so much, Ola. Thank you. Thank you guys, everyone who participated. We will use the money well, and we will use it to help even more to John Brady, to ALL, and all projects of Geshe Michael. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, so now that the auction's over, you guys.
Yeah, we want to invite John Brady.
Let's sing us happy birthday.
Wait, yeah.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Oh, you guys talk for a while, you hang up.
Here he is.
Hi. Good to see you.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And special welcome to you. Wow. It's so good to be here. You know, Geshe Michael was just saying about the database and how many millions of pages that we've preserved over the last 35 years. So as soon as I sat down, I got a message from someone saying January of this year in Mongolia, just January, they scanned 42,000 pages of rare manuscripts.
42,000. Oh my God.
So all of the Gold Club members and all of you out there, I know there are thousands of you that donate every month. We are celebrating the 35th anniversary in Peachtree today with these two beautiful stars of Peachtree together. And we have a cake to celebrate.
Yes. Wait a moment. Let's Vika, come, we put it here. So just to remind you, it's 4 years of the Gold Club. And right now, please, everyone who is watching this, make a wish. Everyone here, please make a wish. And we will all together do the thing which needs to be done.
Wish.
And then,
We gotta sing happy birthday.
Yeah.
yes, and then I really hope that everyone's wish, everything you wish for will come true when we do that. Just don't forget to plant seeds.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready, everyone? You have a wish?
Yes. We're gonna sing happy birthday, right? And then-
Just sing?
You ready?
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gold Club. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
All together.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Truly a success story of how the seed system works all the time.
Thank you so much.
So
Thank
wonderful to be
you.
with you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you
Yeah.
for your support. Thank you, Olga.
Thank you, Jen,
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you for being with us
and
this
thank you,
2
Geshe,
days.
for everything.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for
All
coming here.
14 worldview organizations that thrive with community all over the world.
Yeah,
And
so-
it's a special reason to celebrate every day, actually. So thank
Great.
you.
Yeah, thank you, JB, for everything. Let's
Thank you.
that's pretty much, we're getting to the end of our show here. We were gonna have a question and answer, but we're gonna not have it today, okay? Because we're just going too long. And so
We need to eat the cake.
and we need to eat the cake and but we would like to thank everyone. Juan and I really had a lot of support, and Johnny O, I mean, yeah, and we'll talk about our next show, like John said. Let Juan talk to you a little bit about the idea of that.
Yeah, we are planning to, we need a vacation, we need to go to Mexico, have fun, enjoy our time. We have to be there. We really have very close and very good friends there. They are doing great projects with the potential of really benefiting so many people, and we want to share that with you, so you also get to know what's going on. And just, I hear summertime, we will be having a meditation yoga retreat there.
Yeah.
Yay, with Geshe Michael. So you will get a little bit a sense of how's the culture there in Mexico. Wonderful people. And yeah, we're planning that for March, maybe in a month from now. So
Great.
stay tuned.
Yeah, we have a really cool show planned.
Yeah.
And we are going to be having Geshe-la giving a little bit of teachings as well, pre-recorded, but because Geshe-la is going to be traveling, so it's all working out. And for this show, I want to thank Anatol, I want to thank Gina, I want to thank Francisco, I want to thank Tim, Johnny O,
Stanley,
Juan,
Allison.
Stanley, Allison, Geshe-la, JB, Jigme, Rosa, Jenny,
yeah,
Singapore,
Singapore.
Malaysia,
Rosa,
Rosa, of
Rosa,
course.
Johnny,
Johnny, we gotta thank
Veronica.
Veronica,
Veronica,
of
for
course,
sure.
for making this beautiful cafe, and for we have fun.
Thank you guys
Yeah.
for such incredible show. For leading, you are superstars here. We're lucky to have them.
Well, we're having fun, so let's keep working together.
Yes.
And
We would like to invite everybody. Come and say goodbye. Yes,
come on, guys.
Please.
And the rest of the Worldview Network, you guys have this show. We're just the stewards. But if you guys produce content, send us content. If you have an event coming up and you want us to feature you as an interview, like send us an email and we'll create a show for you. So let's work together.
Come on, Rosa.
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 Come
Come on here.
In the middle.
In the middle.
John, let's get you over here. So this is a nice
Yeah,
still.
just leave the tech table. It's okay.
Rosa.
Chloe,
Chloe.
come.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a great still for our website, Instagram. So,
Yeah, let me also take a
so look, this is what it takes to make this show, you guys.
Yeah.
And we have other people online helping us right now. So really, it's a team effort. So
No, it's okay. No
thank you
worries.
so much. We love you so much. And we'll see you guys next month in Mexico.
See you in Mexico.
Bye.
Muy bien.
Muy bien.